Hi Libra. So let's do a 4-layered spread to try to capture as much of the energy around you as possible. I have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks that we will use to try to do that. So we're starting with the 7 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups, 8 of Wands, Justice, Chariot, Temperance, and finally the Hierophant. Under this deck is the Queen of Pentacles. So Libra, I already know this is going to be a love reading, so let's prepare for that. So let's get 6 of these oracle cards for you. So we have love, isolation, confidence, faith, success, abundance. Under this deck is sadness. So let's get 6 more tarot cards for our 3rd layer. So we have 8 of Pentacles, the Star, 4 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups again, 2 of Cups right there in the center of this reading, Strength, and under this deck is the 10 of Cups. And then finally, let's get 2 of these, and then Libra, we will really get into this love reading for you. So there's the Mountain and the Lion. Under this deck is the Fish. So this feels to me, Libra, like there is a connection here, a strong connection, one where you both mutually feel the same way about each other. I think you've had some successes in this relationship, but it feels to me like there's no growth. The relationship is not being nurtured. Probably both of you are feeling sad with sadness under the deck here, but I just feel like you're not getting much joy or growth or abundance from this situation. So it feels like there's something here that may need to be solved or balanced out or ironed out, because I can see that there are mutual feelings between you, but it feels like there's so much coldness or isolation between the connection too. But I also think that like isolation or that coldness that I'm feeling between you, it's sort of the thing that keeps you together. Like you're both just still like, wait a minute, why are you ignoring me? And that makes you more curious about that person. Hopefully that makes sense. So if this feels like you're reading Libra, let's really get into this. So the energy that exists between the two of you is the Chariot, Success, 2 of Cups, and the Lion. This is what I was saying. There's so much good stuff that exists between the two of you. It's like you can see the truth in this situation. It's like you very closely can see this is your person. Even if there's chaos all around it, it feels like you don't waver and neither do they, that this is your person, that you've had enough success in the past. Perhaps you have some milestones that you've reached with this person, or you have a lot of history with them. And there's certainly a lot of love, a lot of mutual respect and love, because we see the 2 of Cups right here in the energy that exists between you two. And then the Lion, of course, can be about passion. It can be about ego. So we'll have to get deeper into that. But I do see with this orange card, there's some sacral chakra stuff going on here. So let's keep going with this energy, but it feels like a clash of the egos, or perhaps both of you wants to be chased, or I don't know yet. We're going to have to get into it, but that's just the surface energy that I have so far. So in your person's feelings, the 8 of Wands and Faith. So they feel like they want to go the distance with you. They understand that you are their person. And I was already getting that it feels like you both perhaps, and we'll see in a minute when we get to your feelings, but it feels like your person really knows that you are their person. So there's something here, and I'm thinking it could be ego with the Lion right there, that maybe that may be the problem in this relationship that's causing the lack of growth, causing the lack of nurturing, causing the sadness in this situation. But with the 8 of Wands and Faith, your person feels very loyal to you. They believe that you are their person. Their actions are Justice and the Knight of Cups. So it looks like they're coming towards you. It looks like they're trying to balance this out. Perhaps they understand that it was their own issues or their own ego or whatever that is that your unique situation was for you. Maybe there was a lack of intimacy, because I'm seeing the Knight of Cups here, and we saw the Knight of Cups here too. So we'll get to that, but it looks like they are coming towards you to share love. So if perhaps they were holding back their love, because I see the mountain and isolation here, if they were at one point holding back their love because of their ego, I see them coming towards you, bringing that to you because they want to bring balance and perhaps more intimacy to the situation. In your feelings, you have the Hierophant and Abundance. So what I get from this is you already feel and know that you have a lot of history with this person. So there's this feeling where this to me feels like you are saying to yourself, well, this is good enough. Even if you know deep down that what your person has been bringing you perhaps is not enough, I feel like you are convincing yourself that it is enough, that you're just trying to bring benevolence to the situation, that maybe you don't want to fight with this person anymore, or whatever these ego matters are, that you're just saying to yourself, fine, it feels fine. It's not exactly what I want. I wish they were a little more this or that, but we have so much history and we have so much that we've built together. You could have a home with this person, or assets with this person, or pets or children. So this abundance card always makes me think of the stuff that you have, the things that you've accumulated together over the years. And so it feels to me like you're saying, well, it's fine. It's good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, is this feeling that I'm getting from you. Your actions are Temperance and Strength. So I feel like you are bringing the same balance that they are. They're coming to you with Justice and you're coming to them with Temperance. So it feels like you're both ready to compromise, that you both are saying, okay, I don't know what happened here. I don't know why there's such a disconnect between us. I don't know why it feels so cold, but I feel like you both are ready to kind of try to see the situation through a different lens, because it feels like until you both, or one of you, sees the situation differently or through that different lens, that it feels like you're not going to overcome this. There is this mountain right here, this mountain staring me right in the face, and that's between you two. So it's cold, there's isolation, and so something has to change. One or both of you has to approach this in a different way, but I see both of you coming together and trying to find a compromise, trying to find a middle ground. So in your person's intentions, they have the 7 of Cups and love. They don't know what to do. The 7 of Cups is about confusion and not having a clue what to do about the situation. But with love, their intentions are good. I know their intentions are good, because we would not have love show up in here. So their intention is to love you, but I feel like they are really confused. So there may be a shadow aspect of them that they don't understand. Maybe they don't understand that their ego perhaps is getting in the way, or this desire to win is getting in the way, or a desire to control is getting in the way. But they're confused about what to do, but their intentions are good. But I also see them doing what I would like to see. I see Justice and the Knight of Cups in their actions. So even though maybe they're not sure what to do, they're kind of blindly coming towards you, or maybe taking advice that you gave them, or if you said you have to be more loving towards me, or whatever that is for you and your personal story, I see them doing that. In your intentions, we have the Ace of Cups and Confidence. I think that you could be slightly more focused on yourself right now, but I like that for you too, because this is telling me that you're focusing on self-love, you're focusing on your own self-value, your own self-worth, your own self-confidence. So you could be just elevating yourself or ascending yourself, even with all of this isolation period that could be going on between the two of you. I feel like you are more focused on yourself and your person is more focused on you. But that's not a bad thing to be focused on self, because there are some serious issues that exist in this relationship, namely, probably anyway, ego and cold shoulders or isolation or distance. So it's fine in those times to focus on yourself, because you can't really make guarantees about what the other person is going to do or what the other person's intentions are. So I like that for you. Your person sees you as the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. So I think your person sees you kind of correctly, but sort of not. And here's why. They see you as detaching from them and focusing on yourself. They're right in the sense that you are focused on yourself, but I don't see you detaching from them. I see you still coming towards them in a balanced and fair way. So they may be projecting here or catastrophizing the situation or thinking that they have absolutely lost you, or making some kind of like a bigger deal out of it than it truly is. And this could be a sabotaging type of mentality as well. Because I see you working on it. I see you trying to repair the situation, but they see you as detaching. So they're not seeing this idea that you are pouring into yourself and still working on the relationship. Those two can exist at the same time. You can work on yourself and a relationship at the same time, but your person sees you're working on yourself as detaching from the relationship. So does that make sense, that you're doing both, but they see you as perhaps only working on yourself? But that feels like a projection. So you see them as the Queen of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. I think that you know that your person has a lot of potential to be more confident in this situation, but they're really holding themselves back. I think that you are saying this person can do so much more than what they are doing now or what they are giving me now. And that may be the thing that's isolating you, is this idea that they're holding back something. You see them as holding back something, and perhaps they did in the past, which is why you're feeling that way. But I see them actually coming towards you in a more balanced and loving way, and maybe even in a more confident way. But I think you see your person as perhaps insecure, or perhaps just not really living up to their fullest potential. It feels like you feel like they have to release that, like really step into their confidence, because the energy that exists between the two of you is exactly what I was feeling. There's the Knight of Cups, isolation, the Star, and the Mountain. So this energy that kind of keeps you together, ironically, is this cold shoulder. It seems like there's so much healing that needs to be done in this situation, but I feel like you're doing it, because we see Justice, we see Temperance, and then we see the Star. So it feels like it could be slow, but I feel like you're both following your heart, that absence makes the heart grow fonder. I just heard that maybe periods of isolation between you or distance between you is the thing that was needed to help heal this situation and bring more love into the situation. I do feel like you're holding up mirrors to each other to kind of see yourselves. It's making me feel like there's a very introspective energy about inner wounds. But the potential is so great here. We have the 10 of Cups and the Fish and the Queen of Pentacles. So if you do have a family, or if you do have a history together, or own a home together, or whatever this is for you, I feel like there's so much potential in that. Yes, try to keep this together. I see both of you kind of doing the same thing, both of you learning the lessons. You could be a step ahead of your person because you have 1 cup, you have the Ace of Cups and confidence. Your person has 7 cups. So they're more confused still. They're still in this energy of, I don't know what to do. Can somebody please spin me in the right direction? But the intentions are good and their actions are good. And those are the things I like to see with your person, are their actions and their intentions, because then we know at least what we're dealing with. So there you go, Libra. That is your love reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.